You see somebody doing wrong, and you do not correct them, you're going to get the judgment. You think that you're not going to be touched, oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Who wants the earth today? Okay, what is sin according to the Bible?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see what sin is according to the Bible. It was one point that we didn't know neither, sis. We had to come up here and start asking questions like, hey, what are we to do with marriage? What are we to do with our children? How are we supposed to raise our children? We had to ask these questions, get taught, right? That's the only way we can learn. Read.
1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law.
So to commit sin means a transgression of the law. What is a law that, okay, since you said, repeat what you said again? I forgot what you said. That we, that you're the child of God, and what else? You're your own kingdom, what else? Something about sin, I wonder what that's another.
Did you get sin?
Right, are you in the midst of sin?
No.
You're not?
Actually, I am.
Or what sin are you violating right now?
I got tattoos on this.
Okay, let's get that. Get tattoos real quick. You're right, Leviticus. You're right. We're not supposed to get tattoos. You're 100% correct. But guess what? In our ignorance, we have made them say, look at my arms. See how the tattoos I got all over me? I didn't know any better. But now that once I learned, they taught me the right way, guess what? I've had no tattoo since. You understand? Read that.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5.
Come on.
They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
So for the men, we're not supposed to bald our heads. Watch this.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
We're not supposed to have it. We're not supposed to cut off our beards. Watch this.
Nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
Make cuttings what?
In their flesh.
We're not supposed to make cuttings in our flesh. So guess what? You just learned something that we're not supposed to get tattoos. Right.
But God bless you. I am ready to live.
Hey, check out. I know you gotta go, sis. Check out the flyer. Any questions, anything, contact us, okay?
Okay, got you.
All praises, sis. Go back to Isaiah 58:1. Because the sister made, she raised a great point that not committing sin, right? A lot of things we did not know. So now we're making the corrections. Read that again.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions.
So like I was saying earlier, we're out here to show our people their transgressions. Like the sister just said, she didn't know, in her ignorance, she didn't know we were not allowed to get tattoos. Guess what? We went to the Bible and showed her we're not to get tattoos according to the law. It's not based on how we feel. We're showing you out the Bible what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. Now get Leviticus 5:1. Yeah, we're going to raise our voice. We're going to yell to get everyone's attention to what the word of the Bible is saying, not how we feel. Read.
Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. And if a soul sin,
so if a soul sin,
and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness whether he has seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
He said, if we see someone to sin and we don't correct them, we get judged for that sin. We the ones who get the judgment. How many people we know we didn't see get murdered and we say, ain't got nothing to do with me, no snitching. That's why communities are in shambles.
Right.
This is why we are out here correcting the drug dealers, the murderers, the rapers, the robbers. That's why we out here. We're tired of being afflicted. We're tired of being judged according to what our people are doing. We're trying to clean up our communities by using the word of God. Read.
And if a soul sin, and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he's seen or known of it.
That goes for everyone. You see somebody doing wrong, and you do not correct them, you're going to get the judgment. You're going to get the judgment. Get Genesis 9:6. Hold that. Because for some reason, you think that you're not going to be touched. You know, ain't got nothing to do with me. Guess what? When something bad happens and you don't say nothing, the Bible's telling you that curse now becomes upon you. Read.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
So why is there so much murder in the city of Philadelphia? Read it again.
Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
That's why so much killing. You got brothers killing one another, and that spirit is jumping from brother to brother to brother to brother today.
Right.
You want to know where that image came from, the white image?
Which image? The white image?
Yes, sir.
Hey, quick question. We can. Hey, what's your name, matter of fact? Dion. Kazak. Can we agree that that image has been pushed throughout every church in America? We say that in church, right? That white image. But have we actually did the research on where that comes from? We just go by word of mouth, right? Now, let's get, okay, yeah, good joke.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who runs the earth today? God runs the earth? So you gonna tell me God is allowing us to sell drugs, murder, rape, rob, and murder one another? And he's okay with that? No. Let's think about it. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Who's on your dollar bill? You don't got a dollar in your pocket? Pull out your dollar and tell me who's on there. Is it us?
I have money on my card.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, that's an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Who owns that iPhone?
Me.
No, you bought it.
Oh, Apple.
Apple. Who runs Apple? You can say it. Go ahead and say it. The white man. The white man runs Apple, don't he? So he created that technology. He created that phone, right?
Yeah.
Then you bought it, and it belongs to you. But the technology still belongs to who? The white man. So read that again.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So who rules the earth again? Who places on the money? Who runs the transportation center? Who you get the sneakers from? All those clothes you wear. There you go. So who rules the earth? Read that again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The music industry, the movie industry. There you go. It's facts. We don't own Disney. We don't own Sony. We don't own Chrysler. We don't own Honda. We don't own these companies. White people own those companies. And of course, you got the higher elites above them, which are all white men. We can agree on that. Read.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges. When you look into the scriptures, it tells you that Christ looks like what? What does Christ look like, according to the Bible? Hell. Have anyone ever showed you the image of Christ? The true image of Christ according to the Bible? No? Let's get it. Revelation 1:14. Because we got this image right here to the far right. We're not saying that's him, but we're saying that's a depiction of what he would look like if he walked the earth. Read that real quick.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The revelation of Jesus Christ. The root word of revelation means to reveal. Read.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
He gave unto him surely which come to pass, because the image would change. A false image, that image right there, will come onto the face of the earth, and we'd be deceived. We're worshiping a white man. We're saying that's God, we're saying that's Christ, but it's not biblical. Read.
Verse 14, his head. Verse 10, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind me a great voice.
So John said he heard behind him a great voice, someone speaking really loud behind him,
as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. And what thou seest,
and what thou what?
And what thou seest.
So which means he had to what? Physically see him, right? He turned around like this, like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, this one son look like man. I recognize this man. I've seen him before. Go ahead.
What thou seest, write in a book.
What's on? Write in a book, which is this Bible. Come on.
And send it into the 7 churches which are in Asia, Ephesus, and Smyrna, and unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira.
Because the image was changing. It was different. It was a different. That image was being promoted around the world, so they had to make sure that they secured this for the future. Read.
And unto Sardius, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea. And I turned to see the voice.
He did what?
And I turned to see the voice.
He turned to see him. He physically saw him. Read.
That spake with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
7 golden candlesticks, like we have in that depiction to the far, to your far left. Read.
And in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
He said, one like unto the Son of Man, which means what, brother? That he recognized him. He said, wait a minute. You look a little different, but I recognize this man. He said, you look a little different, but I can identify. If you went 10 years, 30 years without seeing a person, They're not gonna look the same physically. They may have gray hair, they may change their hair color, but as far as facial wise, they're gonna look the same. You agree? Okay, read.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot,
So his garment was down to his foot. Read.
and girded by the paps with a golden girdle.
He had a gold belt on. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head, meaning hair on his head, and the hair on his beard was what?
White like wool.
Read.
As white as snow.
He said, who has woolly hair today? As a people. White people have woolly hair? Show it to me.
Woolly people like.
Oh, yeah, what's woolly? You tell me. Who? Right, touch the top of your head. That's woolly hair, brother. Don't be ashamed of it. That's showing that we're made in the image of who? There you go. Woolly hair. Like sheep's hair. We the only ones on the face of this earth, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that had this type of hair. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. So let me ask you this question real quick. Any of those depictions that we're used to seeing has the same description of what we just read? No. So that means we've been deceived. We've been being lied to. We have to come back to what this Bible says. Get Matthew 24:4.
You're showing what wool means too. Read the definition.
Oh yeah, read the definition of wool.
Definition of wool.
Let him see it for himself. Look, read it for yourself. You can Google. You got an iPhone. You can Google. Google the definition for yourself. But that's the definition. Right here.
Who?
Of who?
Negroes.
Of Negroes. Is everyone a Negro?
Nah.
It's who that's talking about? Us.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is